evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Wagon. This is their Blender Select Straight Rye Whiskey, coming in at a 57.09% ABV. Now, Wagon is one of those brands I know a lot of people are curious about, and I think it's because of how iconic their bottle is. Like the wax seal on the front, the cool etching on the bottles. Really cool idea. To me, these are as beautiful looking as something like High West bottles. But the cool thing is about them is they're actually based out of Nevada, and they seem to be sourcing a lot of things from places like MGP here in Indiana. They're doing some blending, some just proofing down, some just solid releases from what I can see on the books. Unfortunately, I can't pick this up here in Indiana. As funny as that sounds. We don't have any distribution here for them yet. There was a time period I could actually order it from their website and have it shipped to me, but they've since discontinued shipping on that side of things too. So my closest place to actually pick up their bottles is I have to drive over to Ohio to buy them, which kind of sucks. But nonetheless, let's talk about this release. So this is one of those releases from them that I was really excited about seeing, because not only are they doing two different blends of whiskeys, but they're transparent about that as well. So this actually contains a blend of 51% rye, 45% corn, and 4% malted barley, and then one of MGP's newer mash bills, which is the 51% rye, 49% malted barley. Blend them together and release them. I can't see if this is cask strength or not. From what I can see, I don't see any markings on that. So it might be with that kind of a proof point, but nonetheless, really interested in it. And for references, this was bottled on September 30th, 2023, and this is batch number 5C. So, let's jump into the bottle and see how Wagon does with a blended rye. Again, I love these bottle shapes. These are gorgeously done. Love the wax seals on here too. I'm very curious. This is actually my first time having something from Wagon, so we'll see how they do. So, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit, become a member if you'd like. If you're interested in some other reviews over Wagon that I'll be doing, links to those videos will be up above and down below when they go live. I've picked up their Uncut the Younger, their small batch bourbon. I also picked up their Bottled and Bond Rye as well. So a lot of things coming down the pipelines for them. But I decided to go top of the top. There's only one bottle ahead of theirs, their malted rye that I don't have yet, that's a little bit higher in cost. Maybe next time I'm in Ohio. Beautiful golden color. Kind of like a dark, almost like a tarnished gold color in there. Yeah. Very pretty. Alrighty. Let's go for notes. Ooh, yeah. That is sweet. Apples, like freshly pressed apples. Like if you've ever been to a, almost like a pumpkin patch that does like cider and like homemade cider and that kind of stuff. That's what it reminds me of, like homemade cider. Nice bit of spiciness in there. The rye doesn't come across like the herbal, medicinal, floral that you're known to see from MGP rye. But you are getting a bit of spice. Like it's got a bit of the herbal. No real dilly notes or anything like that. Nice bit of barrel spice in there as well. You get that nice charriness, a little bit of oak in there. That little bit of vanilla cream going on. And just a touch of caramel. Not really strong in those. But fruity. And then there's like almost a candy sweetness. There's like a rock candy sweetness in there. I love the fruitiness though. That apple sweetness, and yeah, that's really hitting home for me. That's fun, and I'm actually kind of, now that it's opened up a bit, finding a little more of the floral notes of rye spice. We don't know the percentages on this, but my nose is wanting to say this is probably the more of the 51% rye, 49 barley. Just because that really is kind of just rounding out the profile a little sweeter. And barley can go that way, and I'm digging it already. But overall, that is bringing across exactly what I was hoping for with that kind of a mash bill blend. Definitely, it does not, in a blind, I don't think people would be able to say, oh, that smells like MGP rye. Like, it's just really a soft, sweet experience. I'm really hoping it comes across in the taste. Let's find out. Wow. Coats the palate beautifully. You're finding more of the rice spiciness in here. A little more herbal, a little more floral. Love that clean. Great spice. Rounds things out beautifully. That sweet kind of candy. Again, I'm equating it to like a rock candy sweetness. Green apple. Juicy green apple. That barley in there is beautiful. Like, you get the maltiness going on too. Yeah, okay. That's a nice bottle. Light bit of earthiness going on here on my second sip. But it is so beautiful and how well-rounded that profile is. That blend. 5C. 5C, you need a bottle of this. Just go out and look for it, because the characteristics that are coming across here, again, do not initially lead me to believe this is MGP, because it is sweet, it's herbal, you don't really get much of a medicinal, you get that nice, beautiful floral, but the amount of sweetness from an apple, Granny Smith apples, and a rock candy sweetness in there. No ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes on the palate either. At that proof point, I was expecting it to be a little more harsh, especially because there is no age statement on this, because I was hoping that it wasn't going to taste too youthful, and it does not come across a lick youthful. Love the floral in there, bit of barrel char showing up, a little bit of wood sugars in there now for me as well. This is one you could take to a bottle event, I feel like, and everybody gets a pour of that and it goes, that's really damn good. Especially for the winter months, or you're wanting something maybe a little more spicier. That's what you want. That is beautiful. I like that a lot. I could crush that very quickly, I feel like. Because that is just tasty. Now I'm finding more of those barley notes in there, a little more barley sweet grain notes going on, mixing in there with the rice spiciness. That corn sweetness, I'm trying to find it, and it is very subtle in there. I was really expecting, because of the mash bills, I was expecting to find more of that corn dusty husky note, which is not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. But it blended together so well, you really don't get much of it. I like that. I like that a lot. Alrighty, well, let's talk about a grade for this one. So, typical pricing on this, and this is probably one reason why a lot of people are curious. Like, is it $80? I want to say it's a B+, but boy, that palette is beautiful. So, I'm going to go to an A-. The biggest, hardest pull on this is that price point. If this was at $70, I wouldn't hesitate a moment on it. At $80, that just comes across a little high in my book, but nonetheless, if you get an opportunity to pick up one of these and you're not from that area, or you don't actively see Smoke Wagon on your shelf, get it. That's great. That is exactly what I needed here in January, as a nice herbal explosion of flavors with that floral spiciness in there. A-. Easy on that one. Yeah. So yeah, they have, folks, Smoke Wagon Blenders Select Straight Rye Whiskey. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirit I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, I even like it might